For over 125 years, the Coca-Cola brand has been forging a connection with consumers across the globe. A connection that has crossed countries, cultures, languages and generations. A connection that has grown exponentially and emotionally, creating a brand that touches, connects and excites. But in 2011, Coke had a new challenge: how to remind the world of the drink's core product benefit, energizing refreshment. Restating its reason for being, but without losing the brand's essential emotional appeal. It was not an easy assignment. In fact, most brands would have just left it to the pros. But Coca-Cola isn't most brands. So when they needed breakthrough communications of Coke as the drink that gives energizing refreshment to people, that's exactly who they turned to: the people. Co-creation isn't new to Coca-Cola. The brand has opened itself to creative interpretation from artists and individuals throughout its history. But this time it went one step further. Coca-Cola tapped into eYeka, the world's leading online co-creation community, and put the power of creative expression firmly into the hands of the people. A single brief was released online. Interpret Coca-Cola as energizing refreshment in your own style. From Vietnam to Venezuela, New Zealand to New York, over 3,000 creators came back with their vision. From Facebook to Twitter to YouTube, the buzz generated by the contest shot Coke to the top of Google search results for energy and refreshment. These top sites constantly directed the world's eyes to the eYeka site, blog conversations and postings about the contest. Coke's hunch at the start of the contest was simple: is tomorrow's agency the consumer? But with the work that resulted, a new question has emerged. If tomorrow's agency is the consumer, how can we further harness this power today? Who becomes the curator of this massive gallery of possibility? 2 days ago, a number of leading marketers and creatives gathered to judge and discuss the work and how co-creation could become a valid model for the future.
There's something worth going to Cannes.
These guys are not professionals, they're fanatics.
This is basically a way of cutting out hundreds of hours, millions of dollars, potentially billions of dollars from that process.
If you go to them professionally, they'll charge you for it quite a lot, because some of them are really well finished work.
Because people being creative with limited funds to make a film happen could still be a great piece of film.
Can we imagine having got this in a conventional way? And I think that's quite exciting.
If you accept that there is an agency, kind of traditional way of doing things, which has been built up over many years, it's as many people think, certainly a very outdated way of working.
We should also react by gut in terms of beyond all criteria.
If I had to pick one that is, to me, I really think is original.
Would it not be better to have like the top three that go forward to Cannes?
I think there's a beautiful idea. I think there's an unbelievable performance.
It's the most unexpected interpretation of energizing energy.
Yes, something pushed a little forward onto a territory we have not tried before.
Does it actually reveal something that you can take further?
I mean, some of these films, I'd run.
This could actually give birth to a big integrated campaign.
Executionally, there is some damn good stuff there. And you go, some of these people you could actually get a script, and you know you would get a good quality film.
It made me cry in a good way.
I welcome this as being a positive subversion.
We were looking for something different.
All the professionals have not thought of it before.
We're more and more going from creators to curators.
But what I think that did for the Coca-Cola company, at least for us, is it signaled that whether or not we're ready, the change is happening. And if we're not ready, that's our problem more than their problem, and it's going to happen. It's extraordinary how Spikes has gone from being sort of a small movement and one piece of a creative forum amongst many in Asia to really beginning to become a huge festival, a huge draw for people from all over the world.
I think that brands today are looking for more innovation. Certainly at Microsoft we are also. So new opportunities to innovate from a product perspective, from a marketing perspective. That's what we're here to learn at Spikes. And with the increase in entries, I think we'll see a lot more work And I'm excited to see, what I can take back for us to become more innovative also in the way we do marketing.
I'm really excited about the spikes this year. I think Asia in particular is where a lot of the action is in the world at the moment, and the creative industry in Asia is really rising to that challenge. I think it's a great opportunity for some of the best minds in the industry to get together, learn a bit from each other, provoke each other a little bit, have some great conversations, and start leading, I think, where this industry is going to go in the future.
Really excited to be here at Spikes Asia today, because first it's a recognition that consumers do have a role to play in the communication process, and I'm really curious on a personal level to see the agency reaction, to see that consumers can actually create really innovative and very high quality content for brands. An innovation process is very long, it's very expensive, there's a high failure rate, and then you use the consumer at the end to validate. Say, yeah, we spent millions of dollars in 6 months, and this is what we did. Did you like it or not? And then consumers say, yeah, I do, or I don't like it, and then you go back to the drawing board. With co-creation, what we do the reverse. We tip the process on its head, we put the consumer in the driving seat at the very beginning to come up with innovative ideas in communication, in brand experience, in retail, in new products. So what happens is that you get fresh thinking, which is consumer rooted from day one.
It's not about the agency, it's about the individual within that agency. It's about that person who understands our brand. It's the person who can articulate our brand in a way that connects emotionally, that allows it to play a larger cultural role.
The current agency model is closed. What we're talking about here is to open it. Open it to an ecosystem where you can tap into all the creative talents that exist outside your agency.
When you've got an abundance of wealth like that, there are diamonds down in that mine.
So when we accelerate innovation for our clients, that's where we bring true value. That's the strategic competitive advantage. You can now do it faster than your competitors, and you get it right first time because it comes from consumers.
Is the agency dead? No, I think the agency's got to change and adapt and adopt.
What we're saying is that the world has changed, and you have a lot of creative talents in your agency, but outside your agencies, there are millions of other people.
I don't think there's ever going to be a way of getting around the fact that the client and the agency working together are going to be what hones and crafts the idea that the content delivers to.
I do believe that the best ideas come from strategy and creative working hand in hand, and that there's an iterative process, challenges internally together with the client.
If the role of agencies is to come up with innovative ideas, then consumers will be able to do that, and the agency will curate, put that in shape.
Co-creation can often be cheap outsourcing, and you get back a bit of a take it or leave it result at the end.
The agency, as I said, should become more of a curator for this, because they have got the expertise, the professionalism, they do understand.
So it's not only about the brand, it's how do you actually stimulate creativity, which is latent in consumers.
When I think about this evolution, I think of creative collectives. I don't think about organizations. I don't even think about it. I think about a creative collective full of people that we know, we believe in, that understand our brands, can make our brands truly fantastic.
That a lot of consumers just haven't got the ability to do that. They can do pretty well, they can't do really well.
I think we all collectively agreed that there was always a bit of a lack of an idea in those. So there was a lot of pretty photographs and amazing techniques and illustration, but there wasn't an idea in those things.
Yeah. You need that cohesive thing. In the same way, you need the professionals who are going to be able to execute. And I think you need the professionals who are going to be able to select and help you select what is the best possible piece of communication.
It's people that we invest in, it's people that we commit to, and it's people that create and make our brands truly great.
So I think it's about the quality of the idea. I think you'll find companies being more and more bold early on in a brand's life cycle, and fairly soon you'll see brands being launched this way.
path